Hello, hello. Welcome to lesson 2. So warm up as per the video and as per every week. Then you've got your lengths with your kicking legs. So you might want to do a bit of finding feet with the kind of very new children at this stage. So make sure that they can kick their legs behind them and then bring their knees up to their chests and find the floor. And you can do that on front and back on the side, and then move to kicking their legs at the side, working on getting nice long bodies. With your stage 1s, try and get that bubble hole going and just do some widths with that bubble hole. So that's your bubble hole there. With your stage 4s, you can start with your bubble hole and then work up to your kicking star flags. That's with their arms out wide. That's a lovely one for getting a really good body position. Then bring them in. This week we're working on our fronts, we're working on front core, and we're working on our arms. So it's a nice little thing you can do with balls, pushing balls underwater. Try it. This was Rachel's idea. Try it with your fingers apart, pushing them under, and then with your fingers, sorry about state my hair, then with your fingers together, pushing them under, and just get them to feel the fact that they're using their arms, that they're pushing against the water. It's all about realising you've got to push against the water rather than just move your hands through the water. You can do a lovely thing where you take, this is your child's hand, and this is your hand, and you take their hand and you push against it out of the water. So you're pushing against each other, they're pushing down, you're pushing up, and then get them to do the same thing in the water. So anything that gets that idea, that you've got to push against the water, is great. Then you can do letterbox hands. So letterbox hands is posting a letter. That's your posting a letter through the letterbox and bring it all the way back. So anything that gets that really nice big long movement is great. And this is a lovely one for aquaplanes because it frees up all the body so they can really concentrate on their arms. So with your new children and your level 1s, I'll use the aquaplanes here. It's worth putting them on. And do a couple of widths. You can do, widths. You can do some walks, practicing your arms as well. Posture ladder. And then put your aquaplanes on and do some widths using your arms. Good stuff. If they're having problems remembering which arm to do when, or they're kind of not quite sort of getting it right, you can name their arms. So you can name up one arm mummy and one arm daddy, or fish and chips, and let them name an arm. So you go fish, and fish goes in the water, and then chips, and this arm's chips, and you get chips in the water. So anything that kind of gets that idea that it's one and then the other. So fish, chips is quite a fun way of doing it. Then you've got your washing machine game, which we've played before. If you don't know it, you start off, you say washing machine on. I'll go back a little bit for this. Everyone's holding hands in a circle. Washing machine on. Washing machine on. Add bubbles. You can do it at the surface or underneath the surface, and spin, and everyone spins round in a circle. Something else. Oh no, rinse. You can do a bit of arm action and then off is finished. So that's a really nice game to play. You could probably add a float into it as well if you wanted, and add noises at the beginning. All right, and then push and glide into short swims. So with your little ones, you can do this just so you're catching them essentially and doing some little underwater swims if they're confident, or you can do it with a short woggle, either using one arm under an arm, or sometimes I tend to put one under their chest if they're kind of a good solid level 1, and then unaided if they're level 2. Level 2 I've got starting with a float and then going into unaided. Then work on your floats, and then so you could be doing this at the edge still, so working on getting them on their backs, holding onto the bar with their knees up, so more like that, and then get long bodies at the edge with their toes under, and then move on to star floats. Or with your stage 1s, you're working on star floats on the back, and stage 2 you're going back to front and then pencil to star float, and then log rolls depending on where they're up to. And then jump ins, and that's it. Okay, cheers.